It's Friday night again, and the week's been long and the world's been loud, but now it's our time. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real laughs, and real men. From cold drinks to hot takes, from muscle cars to midnight confessions, this is your zone, your tribe, your late night fix, because we own the night. Welcome to the Black Table, where the real ones pull up, the fake ones get exposed, and every conversation, it's like a shot of proper ogogoro. If you're scared of the truth, leave now, because here we say it as it is. Raw, ruthless, and real. We don't pull punches, and I've been called many names for that. Some have accused me of many things, including the bearded monk, Midas of the Caribbean. But tonight, just call me Olamide, and I'm not steering this ship alone. I'm joined by the usual suspects, a crew of exceptional media powerhouses. Together, we're bringing the heat, the humor, and the realest conversations you'll hear this weekend. So buckle up, it's going to be one unforgettable night. Well, first up, I'm going to be introducing the man to my left. Is the man with the mic and the vibes, a master of the hype, the voice behind the culture, shaping conversations on Echo Room, from turning up your events to, tuning heads in the media space. Give it up for the one and only Quincy Jones.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the Q is for quality. He's the prodigal son, he ran away, but welcome back. Welcome back.
It's good to be in this space.
It's nice to see you, man.
The conversations will move now.
And joining us for the very first time is a man who wears more hats than your favorite fashion blogger. He's a TV presenter, entrepreneur, musician, executive producer, a TV host, anchor. Basically, if it involves a spotlight, he's already owning it. You know him as the smooth operator behind Off the Top. Some call him Brother Dugbo. Let's make some noise for VJ Adams. Welcome.
Great.
Finally, we have you on the Black Table.
I know. I've been looking forward to coming to the show.
Yeah.
I mean, this is family. I haven't seen Gag in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones, prodigal guy.
Me and Co.
You are
I'm buy one, get 10 free.
You're working.
Anyway, lovely to have you. And of course, finally, at the bar, he floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. He's got wits and wisdom of a monk, a radio powerhouse. He's still the undisputed most faithful man in Lagos and the mayor of Agungi. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to the amazing TN gang. I know that's going to get you.
I don't know why they say Adams. I don't know.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because I live there. I don't know why they say it.
But it sounds like a cool name. The mayor of Agungi. I'm the mayor of Agungi.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Agungi. Yes.
I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's great to have you guys here. One good thing is that women that watch the show always love it when we have like single able men on the Black Table. Besides seeing our married selves.
I get the single aspect, but able.
No, Quincy is very able. Adams is more than able.
Sorry. How is VJ Adams single?
Did you marry?
No,
him?
not.
They say you are taken, no?
They say,
yeah. That's what on the street says you're taking.
Yeah, bro.
So do you want to clarify that?
What
took
on
him?
which streets?
Okay, let me not
I'm
show
his
that I'm
spokesperson.
misinformed. But, okay.
Not that he's available, but he's...
But what on which streets? Where did you get your information from? Don't you have my number?
I do.
This problem I have with you Nigerians.
I do not
What do you know about me now? Why you not call me?
That's
so
true.
you hear gist, you want to go with gist.
It's
Call
like,
me and
hello,
confirm.
VJ, they say you are dating Bimbo. Is it true?
You went there.
Huh?
You went
You can
there.
call and ask.
Okay, now I'm asking you,
It's
bro.
too late.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, no, very.
After the show, you ask me in person or you call me again.
But I can speak for him.
That's been settled.
But
Yeah?
that's the union that we are looking for.
That's the problem with
Just say
Quincy
that
Jones.
Yeah.
After abandoning the Black Table, you're back here.
To be talking about union that he's looking for.
Love you, baby.
Shout out to Echo, man. Shout out to Echo. Shout out to Echo, bro.
All right, so here's what we've got lined up for you tonight. Is blood really thicker than water? We're diving into the ultimate dilemma when family loyalty meets justice. Which one wins? And of course, we've got Living on Billings Way. You want to stick around. We're breaking down what the law really says about the lifestyle and the crime tied to that infamous street, so to say. 90% of women don't love their husbands. That's the viral TikTok video claiming that relationships, you get as it be now. It debates across the internet. Is it a fact, fiction, or just a cry for clout. And of course, our main topic tonight, the hot topic, dating drought. Why are 80% of single men saying no thanks to marriage? It's more than just a phase. This might be the new normal, and we're getting into all of that. So we'll dive into our first quick fire after the short break, and then I'm sure Quincy, VJ Adams, and of course Gang has a lot to say about these things. We'll see you shortly.
My people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I'm gonna bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now what you want?
After that day, the man
you not go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as he be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, no make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open court.
So Quincy Jones just, questioned my intro and how I, poured water on the floor for, legends, top people in the industry. Yes.
Yeah. It was just as long as the New Testament.
Meanwhile, the New Testament is still being written. Yeah, so it has to be long.
Interesting.
Yeah.
By whom?
By all of us right here.
Yes.
Okay, so our first quick fire, blood versus justice. Let's kick off by talking about something that happened recently. What if the person you love, your own sibling, committed a serious crime? You are the only soul who knows about it. Would you do the unthinkable and turn them in, or carry the weight of that secret in silence? Loyalty versus justice. Where do you draw the line? This one isn't just viral, it's personal. But before we get into it, let's hear what the streets have to say.
I think ultimately I'll have to report to the authority, but how I do that is what's important. There are laws in the land. I might have to go through a lawyer.
If it's killing crime, you can keep the entire family now. I'm going to report them.
But you're going to prison, jail, whatever.
Assuming maybe 2 years ago or last year, I might report him. But now, I don't think I will report him, because
if you do not report a crime, you become complicit. That's against the law.
Why will I report my sibling? Obviously cover it up, because that's blood right there. Snitches get the stitches, so I'm gonna cover my blood up.
It's like stealing.
I'm going to die the matter, since he's one of my family.
If you cover someone else's crime, that's also a sin for me as a Christian.
Trust me, I'm going to report you. I'm going to report that sibling. I don't care. I'm all for the truth and justice.
All right, interesting, takes on what we just watched. But I'm going to start with Quincy, because you said some things while we're off air.
No, it's the last lady.
It's the last lady.
I hope she's single. Nobody should marry her. Nobody should. Because what? Did you see her face? She wasn't joking. I'm going to report you. I'm like, what? I felt scared. I felt like I'd done something. No, man.
Okay, what about you, VJ Adams? What's your take on it? Do you think if you find yourself in that situation, you would turn in a sibling?
I think I would. Man, is it tough, Baba? Yo, because my natural instinct to want to do the right thing, which would be
snitch.
No, which would be tell the person, go report yourself. I wouldn't even have to. I wouldn't do the report. Baba, go report yourself. Go and go tell them, say that you make the understand. Because I think from a boy. No, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough because you're trying to do the right thing, but also you're torn in between looking after family, because family comes first, you know. And I think it depends on what exactly happened.
the situation. Yeah.
I think what the situation will determine my final resolve.
Yeah.
So it's one of the situations where I can be like, you know what, can we look after the people that are hurt and let's just everybody just be calm.
Yeah.
That kind of settlement.
It's murder. Let me help you.
Is that the context?
The situation is murder.
If you're my sibling, I'll report you. You're going to jail. If it's you. Because
especially if it's murder.
It's murder.
Yeah,
Baba, you dey go jail. If not you dey go jail.
Nah, lie, you will report.
But I mean, it's tough. I won't lie, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because your natural instinct will want to look after family.
Yeah.
But you're depending on your level of morality as well. Boy.
Okay, gang, what's your summation on this?
Well, similar to what Adams is saying, it depends on the crime.
Yeah, I think
it depends on the crime, number one. It depends on my relationship with that sibling. And because I feel life is so boring, that adventure, I've watched too many movies. Sometimes just take the risk and let's see what happens. Did he rob a bank? Did he get away with it?
Exactly.
How do we chop this money?
Yeah. How do we chop this?
Did he commit murder like Quincy said? Who did he kill and why? If it's somebody that I wanted dead, nice one. It all just depends on the crime.
It's not I wanted dead, nice one.
It depends on
because
the crime.
If it was self-defense,
exactly.
You know, I don't think I'm going to let you report yourself. It was self-defense. You know
so there's a level of loyalty, and like I saw in the video, in terms of snitching also comes in.
Yeah.
Why am I telling?
Yeah.
Why do I have to be the one to report this?
Yeah. That's why I said, Baba, now you go report yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's
tell. Quincy, you haven't said anything. You only just came after the lady.
It is very simple.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that lady should be single, I repeat. If it's my older brother, please record this. I'm sending it to my family group chat. If it's my older brother, I will report him. But every one of my other
siblings,
5 siblings, oh nah, man, it's a wrap. It's covered up.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. There's no reporting. There's no, and this is not even one of the street codes and stuff. Man,
you sweep it under.
Sweep it under. What are we doing?
Because in all honesty, you don't have to do the work of the police force for them. Let them do their jobs.
Yeah.
But do you think that the weight of knowing is going to affect you at all?
I think it would, because there's things that have happened, I think, within the family circle that they make sure I don't get to hear.
Yeah.
Because my approach to it might be different.
Once again, it depends on the crime. Because if it's something that I feel you might do to me, like if it's murder, and you know that I know, are you going to kill me as well?
To keep it quiet.
This is your sibling we're talking about. But you guys sounding like you one straight dog on the road.
No, that's why the relationship with the sibling also matters. Now.
What if your sibling killed your sibling?
That's a mad one.
That's dark.
And you know.
You just went dark.
Oh, I love it.
You
I
just
love
went dark.
I love that scenario.
Again. If it's my older
bro. No, but listen, if your sibling killed
your other sibling, that's really dark.
It'd be like saying, that's the thing, like,
yeah.
I don't think I even report. It'd be like saying, I go even take laws into my own hands and almost if I don't take time. Because I don't know, man, it's tough.
Man. Please, oh my God, why would you think like that? I don't think I'm
sorry. I love adventure. I like thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Let it be fun. Let's live on the edge. What's going on?
Anyways, we'll move on to our next quick fire, and this one is very interesting. Billingsway crime alerts, that is what we're talking about. If you live on Billingsway or know someone who does, you really need to pay attention, because we are not talking rent, light bills, or house hunting. We're talking billing a man or woman for lifestyle perks. Might seem sleek, but it could land you in serious legal odds. So before you hit send on that urgent 2K or text someone for something, maybe hear what the law has to say. Jimmy Agbaje, social media lawyer, has this to say in this video we're about to show you.
What be this? So can you tell me about yourself?
I'm going through a lot. My house rent has expired. My phone is bad. And my birthday is coming. I need a sponsor. I don't know if you can help me with, I don't know, maybe bill.
Yes! Do you know that billing is a crime under the law? Section 12 of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. Forced financial dependence or economic abuse. Once you do it to another person, it is 2 years imprisonment or 500k fine. Or both. In fact, attempted bill that you are even planning to bill me, you try to bill me, or you ginger another person, you incite another person to bill me, it is 1 year imprisonment too, and 200k fine. Before you bill me here, are you ready to go to jail? quick portion of rice.
Forget about what I said. I'm actually very hardworking. Please, can I also order something to eat?
Do you come to it?
All right, apologies. I said Jimmy earlier. Timmy Agbaji, great guy, great content creator, and of course a fantastic lawyer. And when I first saw this video, I was like, huh? It's a crime?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Like, how is it a crime? Okay, now that we know, how does that affect the dynamics of things? Because this is normal in this part of the world. Urgent 2K, you know, bail me out from this, you know, and people manipulate situations just to get money from you.
I think all across the world people do that. But my question is, what is the context of billing? So if I say, Quincy, I'm in trouble, please, can I get 5K? He can sue me, he can take me to, I'm going to go to jail for that? Is that what the context is?
I don't think so. You're female. I don't think so.
Because I'm trying to figure out, so
I don't think it has to do with, no, it's not, it has nothing to do with the female gender. I think it has more to do with manipulation, trying to get resources.
So if I say,
people.
I had an accident, and okay, but if that didn't happen, you can take me to court or whatever and get, I think that's what it is.
Because I'm going to ask Quincy for $5K dolls and
what? You say what?
You say it.
You say what?
Quincy, give me urgent 5K dolls.
5K naira, I could show you. No, man. I've never been. I've always been, you know, do what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, that's really what it is. Do what you have. If you can afford to, do it. I don't know about $5, but you know, do what you can afford to. Be it male, be it female.
Exactly.
And then you get billed so much. You also have the spidey senses now that tingles when you can sense there's a lie. You know, my phone fell inside water, and then my landlord's roof broke down, and somehow I slipped and snake bit me. And you know, some weird stuff. You know, you can always find out that it's a lie. So I do, if you can, do it. But then, like my father once said, so you know, you need to take it easy. Essentially saying that no matter how benevolent you might feel or you might be as a person, you need to caution it.
Absolutely.
All the time that you just dole out bread. So that you can feel good for yourself. And say, oh, you know, I help people a lot. Nah, man, that's not what it's about.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can turn around and bite you.
The last time Uti was here, he actually pointed fingers at men. That the reason why a lot of young women, now in the context of the female, you know, approach, the reason why a lot of young women do this is because men have encouraged it.
Men have enabled it.
And enabled it. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100%. The thing is, because it's borderline on a transactional axis, in terms of people always want something for something. And especially when gender comes in, they're wondering, why are you spending this much on the opposite gender? For what reason? And when they find out there's intimacy involved, it almost has some prostitution-like concepts. That you're paying for this to get that. That's where it tends to seem to be illegal. And the point you made on the other podcast that we had, the other show we had with Uti on it, was the fact that the way the world is going, people just fall on the aspect of, oh, if you can afford it, do this for me. And a lot of men are not saying, if I'm doing this for you, what am I gaining? What do I get in return? And these days, the opposite gender is willing to say, you can get whatever you want as long as you foot these bills. So that's where the crime aspect comes in.
Okay, so Adams, quickly, how often do you get requests for things like that?
I mean, no, generally, I mean, my DM is probably a mess with people asking for whatever. And I generally would do what I can do at any point in time. And as a matter of fact, I usually would tell anyone, if I give you some, please keep it like that. I'm not interested in you telling me thank you publicly, whatever. I don't care for it. I generally would do what I can do at every point in time if I can do it. And if I can't do it, I'll let you know that I really can't as well. For me, I don't even think it's that deep. For example, regarding loans, if I say, I beg, borrow me. If you say borrow me 100K, if I can give you 20K, I'll give you 20K, but I don't want you to go.
Okay, that's it.
Because borrow now, Nigerians, you borrow somebody, you borrow person money now. You're calling village like saying, if na favor you want you to return the money.
Long thing.
You know, so I give what I can give and I keep it moving.
Check your text message. I just sent you.
How much?
What's going on here?
5,000.
5,000.
These $5 that you guys are sharing.
Maybe you now say, oh,
Quincy, now me
it's
ask.
$1,000 I can give you. I will not.
Quincy, now me ask you. Now me ask you.
Oh my God. Once I collect, I'll give you share. Then you said go take that one, go.
I will take out. Yeah. All right. So our next quick fire says that there's 90% of women don't love their husbands. I don't know. Is there data? There's a viral bombshell that dropped on TikTok that got everyone talking. Is it a harsh truth or a massive exaggeration, or just TikTok drama designed to bait clicks? We're breaking it all down as we talk about it. Me, I do not know.
So yeah, because I was going to ask, where's the data from?
Yes, exactly.
That is. I've never heard data so
there's a short video for it. We'll watch that, and then when we return, we talk about what we feel about what's been said on the video.
90% of married women do not really love their husbands. They are just happy to be married. Modern marriage is not about love. It's about convenience. It's about security. It's about validation. A woman's loyalty is conditional. Her faithfulness is temporary. Her devotion is only as strong as her options. Hypergamy is undefeated. Women are wired to...
Oh, interesting. So, like you said, in the context, it's kind of different. Women are just happy to be married. I think that sounds a bit old school. I don't think women are just happy to be married. I think women have the capacity and capabilities to make certain choices that makes them happy without being married. So for me, it's like,
LOL, bro. What? Which kind of deep...
No, but I get the context though, because
I'm just saying.
What he's trying to say is the conversations around positioning women's happiness being tied to being married. Yeah, like that's what he means by
that's not how he put it.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to expand it from what we watched, because he said 90% of women don't truly love their husbands. Where that starts from, though, exactly.
Like, no, it's not. So that's not particularly how he put it, from my understanding. Sorry, my understanding is that in comparison to the union and a man getting into a marriage, for instance, right? It's a huge deal.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of analysis. It takes a lot of paying utmost attention to choice selection, scale of preference, things like that, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, he's saying that most women are not really about the marriage. They just want to have a husband.
Yeah.
They just want to be a wife.
Yeah.
That's the bone that I think he's trying to communicate, essentially. And I'm inclined to, what's it called? To agree with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm inclined to agree with him, because if you really look at it, maybe cause I've been single since I've been coming to this show. Could it make sense?
We need to do something about that.
We need to do
something about that.
You see?
Please, I'm putting your picture up tonight.
Let's go, baby. I got better ones. So I'll just say this. I'm at a stage where, we are analyzing options.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, we're looking at different person. You meet this female, it's like, this person. Not that you are just being a creep. No. It's like, it would be nice to be with this person, and just
Testing
check out qualities
Testing
and
the
stuff.
waters.
Yeah, didn't you guys do that?
Do what?
Gang definitely
Like
do that.
observe, or you just picked one right off the jump?
Did I test the waters?
Yes.
I've always been a good boy. Before I met you, Quincy Jones.
This is bad influence, yeah?
Yes, it's very bad. No, but see, to pick up what you're trying to say is that I didn't just select off the rack. Do you understand? I had been in certain situations that didn't work out, and when I found the one that worked out and made sense, that's what I picked. So I understand.
I think more and more this is happening even for women. Women are dating, seeing different men to
here's the choices. A lot of the society today, it's a status symbol for more women to say, at least I have a man, at least I am married.
Exactly.
And marriage is more beneficial to the woman. Now, if you look at countries like America, the stats will tell you that the divorce rate is as high as 50%. And most divorces are initiated by the woman. So in a marriage now, the way you see it, at the end of the day, if a marriage is not working, who is more likely to stay because of the status that I'm married?
Okay.
It will be the woman. Maybe that's why he feels that 90% of women don't love their husbands. They're in a situationship. They're there for the kids. They're there for the status.
Yeah.
I don't want to be single again. I don't want to get back into the market. I don't want people to look at me this way. Women look at each other like, oh, look at what I have. Her marriage is failing, blah, blah. They don't want people to know that. They don't want their fellow women to see these things.
Yeah.
So I understand where he's coming from. I just don't think it's as high as 90%.
Yeah, I think my worry was with the stats. However, I've had female friends who have told me clearly that they were getting married for a particular reason. You know, I've had someone tell me, oh, I'm just getting married because I don't want to have a child out of wedlock. So I'm going literally for a baby. I want a child.
Yeah.
Got married, had the baby, couple of years, asked for a divorce.
Wow.
Real life stuff.
Wow.
Real life. So, so that's why that might happen a number of times as well, but I don't know what the stats say. And I think I've heard someone say, I think I saw it on X one time, that people marry who was ready.
Yeah, exactly.
At the time.
At the time,
yeah.
You know. So, and I think I believe that as well.
It's interesting how
people marry who
a
was
friend of
ready.
mine asked me, a lady, she asked me that, is it true that men marry when they're ready, not because of love? And I'm like, yeah.
Wait, men marry
when they are ready and not because of love.
So when they are ready, the closest, I think people would gravitate towards maybe
Who's
the
available.
closest person at that time.
Yeah.
But isn't that logically what should happen? It's when I'm ready that I should make the move.
Yeah. So, but the problem is when you're ready, if you don't find someone that you're absolutely in love with, so what do you do? For the most part, people will go ahead to marry the closest, not necessarily the most.
Yeah, that's because of the way men love.
How do we love?
See, I think, don't get me wrong, I think maybe because of my experience and some of my other friends as well, I think you can hand any woman to a man and he can decide, okay, I'm going to love her and make her my wife.
Oh, you think
and make her the
men
mother
can
to my
choose
children?
to love who they...
Yes.
Oh,
Make
wow.
me choose to love whoever, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's interesting.
There's a way a man can just own up, this is my responsibility, I have to take care of this woman, take care of these children that I have fathered, take care of this house, that is my goal, and I will deliver.
It's interesting that we're saying all of this because our main topic tonight has to do with the fact that data is saying that 80% of young men are not interested in relationships or even taking it to the next level. I know you guys have a lot of things to contribute to that, and of course we're going to be joined by a woman via Zoom virtually, and we'll have our thoughts and our take on it. So we'll take a quick break. When we return, the Black Table starts round 2 with our topic.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
No good. Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We don't even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon. I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Good. Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
All right, so the dating drought. This conversation is shaking the dating scene. Why are 80% of single men saying no to marriage? This isn't cool fit. It's a full-on step back. No rings, no pressure, no interest. Is it a financial fear or realistic expectations? Or are modern men just rewriting the rule book on love? This isn't just a trend, it's a cultural shift. Let's talk about it and let's find out what is really going on. Now, joining us for the very first time on the Black Table, a woman is going to be, part of the fabric and the conversation. Fumi Jeff, a seasoned media expert, TV producer, and lecturer with over 15 years of experience working with both local and international television stations. Career spans roles in newsrooms, live productions, and award-winning programming. She mastered the art of compelling storytelling, strategic content creation, and she currently lectures at Pan Atlantic University, where she teaches television programming and radio and TV writing. Fumi, welcome.
Hello,
it's never happened before. Yes, I mean, having a woman live on the Black Table. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, Fumi. So we're going to be chopping it up. We're going to be discussing as a whole unit, and then of course we'll hear what your thoughts are. So Vijay Adams, earlier on the show, he asked you a question.
Yes.
Now is the time to answer so that we can,
Are we answering the question or is the hot topic? Which one are we doing?
It's the hot topic.
We're answering the question.
But you answer the question first.
No, because answering this question can take like 15 minutes. So we're ready. How much time
we
do
have time.
We got time, bro.
Okay, good. So I remember in 1963.
Yes.
Okay, sorry for looking for your trouble. Okay, so moving on.
God.
So you've
until I hear that gist.
you've said that.
Yeah, I told you can get the gist after the show.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You said you're still single.
Vijay.
So yeah, but we don't know Vijay Adams' real status.
He's not single.
We will find out.
No, but the conversation is why are men not...
Exactly.
So I think it's in two phases.
Yeah.
Why would a man not want to propose? One, maybe the fear of divorce. People have seen how it takes a toll on both parties, men and women.
Yeah.
And men these days don't think they really want all of that drama, especially when you go through divorce, have a baby, now you can't see your child or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the fears men might have.
Yeah.
But the most predominant one, based on perception, is money, finances, to really look after another human being and then start a family. Because for the most part, I think every individual, like if in a 4-bedroom duplex, 4 of us can take one room, I'll be good.
Yeah.
As single men, we'll usually be chilled and be good. But it's a different conversation when you need to look after
2 babes enter.
Whether now your daughter and your
changes,
it becomes completely different. But yes, I think it's the fear for the financial responsibility on men. It's an integral part.
Yeah. All right, Fumi, did you hear what Vijay Adams just said? And do you agree with him?
Yes, I did. I actually do. I agree. And interestingly, I'd also like to say that not many women want to get married as well. So it's also changing. I know many people are more interested in weddings, the whole ceremony and the fanfare, not actually interested in marriage. So the same way it is for men, many women also are not looking at, getting married, because and you guys were discussing it earlier on about how there's also a lot of responsibility on women, and even when the marriage breaks down, many people face the woman first before they ask if it was something that had to do with both parties. So times have changed. First of all, I will think it's many times, many people think about, it's Oyibo culture, but I always say that sometimes it comes from a family background. What are the experiences that you had with your parents and how they were married, and how did that impact you growing up? I have a friend who doesn't want to have kids, doesn't want to get married, and it had nothing to do. Yes, she's moved to the US now, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the US. It had everything to do with her parents and the home that she grew up in. So a lot of that also impacts how we view marriage to be, also the fear of commitment. And then times have changed because, things have just changed. When people get married, I heard one thing, I think it was Vicky that was talking about how someone just wants to have a child and is not interested in partner, is not interested in marriage. Because of the stigma around it, she can't usually go and adopt or just be, and because now, in the society, even people are judged differently, male and female are judged different.
Okay.
For a man, it's okay, he can have plenty of babies. But for a woman, you're stigmatized and say, you're a single mother who's father of a child and all of those things. So hence the reason why she had to go. I'm not trying to justify her reason, but hence the reason why she had to go. So she's like, I was married for a couple of years, but I have a child and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So both sexes, anyway, male and female, do not want to get married. If you take a poll of some women, they would rather have like a wedding ceremony, nothing to do with the marriage. So yes, but I agree with you. Financial stability. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely we can hear you. I was saying thank you for your summation on that. But I think Quincy and Gang have, Quincy in particular has something to say, and then Gang will take, your summation on that. So Quincy, do you agree with what Fumi said?
Some parts are right, some parts they're not. So I think I agree with VJ Adams in reference to finance, right? Not because of the financial responsibility of taking care of another person, but more from the current economical situation in general.
Okay.
Reality dictates that things are a lot harder.
Yeah.
Right? This has now led to a scene of choice.
Okay.
A lot of men are no longer willing to marry as less as they typically would in recent times or in older times.
When you say marry as less, what does that mean?
I'm talking financial or social class, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So now there's no reason why I should go and marry somebody that's earning a certain amount of money. It makes no sense. How are we going to survive? Right?
Yeah.
The same way women choose to marry a certain financial tax bracket when available, I think that we reserve the right to do so.
Yeah.
And I have been one to champion that, look, men need to realize that they're also prized. The prize as well. Right? So you can actually choose. You see? In this situation, men are not ready to live with a lot of surplus going on. That's part two. Part two is, let me say this. Part two is that the woke mentality is the biggest problem at the moment. And I think that even takes forefront to the financial situation. Because if you meet a woman who understands that this is a partnership, right? That it's okay, I will take care of what I'll take care of, but I want to believe that you have my back on certain things as well, right? And we're good, and we're running the house. That we're fine. But the woke mentality of women trying to indirectly place themselves above everybody is a very huge problem in the name of feeling self-confident. It doesn't make any sense. Right? I am a strong believer of the fact that, look, men are supposed to do certain things. Women are supposed to do certain things. Don't mix it up. Don't do that. If it works for you to mix it up, switch roles. That's okay. No. Because there are guys. I have a friend that is a chef, bro. We go to his house to eat. He's not a chef. He's a creative director or something.
But he likes to cook.
He loves to cook. It's okay. I'm not a great cook, but I will go out and hustle for bread.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I see.
Don't now make me, they're not telling me that I should come and be cooking for you. What's out now? I want to be. So the roles are being mixed up real bad in the name of I am important, right? I'm important as well.
Yeah.
But bruv, unfortunately for you, your fight is null and void because you have always been important. I saw a funny video today.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw a funny video today of a woman. It was a funny video, you know. She had plates of rice and stew and meat and stuff like that on the table, and the kids, and then she points, and then the kid takes and goes, and then she points at this, and then the kid takes and goes, and the last person on the queue was the husband. And then she pointed, she had decorated the plate on the side of the plate. I don't know if people saw this video. The side of the plate, he had meat, chicken, fish, and plenty things, right? And then she pointed, and he took the plate and he said, oh, thank you. Bro, if the woman does not agree in the house, nothing can work.
True.
So you're already the head of the house. Waiting you they actually fight for misplaced priority is the current situation, and that's why a lot of men don't want to get into that garbage. Sorry, it's midnight.
Sorry,
it's midnight. A lot of men don't want to get into that garbage, bro.
Yeah, gang, what's your thoughts?
I love how Quincy Jones is explaining the reason why he's single. I love it. I love it.
I knew you were gonna do that.
But this might sound a little bit off, but I just want to say this. I feel the reason why these stats are there that says 80% of men is because of the women.
Because of the women?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what they say? He who finds
a wife
finds
a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is so hard these days to find a wife.
But the question
I know.
But the question is, what is your definition and what exactly are you looking out for in a wife? And I think men make that decision from either the context of tradition, religion, or the new social consciousness, which is the woke mentality. Now, for example, if a man's idea of a wife is from a traditional standpoint, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So he's never going to find a wife based on the crop of the women he's going to meet.
Exactly.
Because the traditional context gives clear definition of your role in the family as a guy and as a woman. So and that's the problem I have with these conversations on social media is the fact that if somebody steps forward and he's going directly by what his tradition says in deciding on the kind of wife he wants to get and how we should operate as a family man, a lot of people are going to raise an eyebrow.
Okay,
because now you're going to call it patriarchy and all of these other things.
has a few things to say. But, for me, we'll let Gang quickly give us a
summation,
and then.
So I get where Adams is coming from. I think it's scary for young men today, looking at what marriage has become.
Okay.
The way homes have been broken, the way women are at an advantage when divorce happens, the way women take half of what a man owns. What marriage has become today, nobody is looking forward to that. Everybody wants a happy home, but nobody is looking at the demise of their marriage, a divorce, so that fear of getting into that, because when that happens, the woman is always at an advantage and the man is at a disadvantage, so it scares younger men to say, let me commit.
Because we're still arguing about who should cook.
Who should do, exactly.
But there's something I also said.
Argument about who should cook
but
in 2025.
But there's something, Olamide, remember there was something I said in the group chat. The thing that's happening these days, for single women and men, everybody gets treated like a husband or wife without being a husband and wife. And I said something, I said, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Oh, I see that. For me, so you've listened to the gentleman.
You get sex, she cooks for you, you have sex, she does everything and she leaves. Why do you need to commit to somebody for that?
Okay, for me, you heard what Gang said lastly, so you can start with that.
I totally agree with what he said. I was going to say that I agree with what he said.
Okay.
In the sense that many things, people are already living with partners, doing everything that a wife is supposed to do. So there's really no need to commit to it. So commitment issue is one of the things. But I want to mention something.
Okay.
Somebody said something about taking half of what the man owns. Already, his mindset is already showing that it is what they own. If you're in a marriage together with someone, the reason why that law was set up like that, even from the religious perspective, was the fact that many men will marry a wife and just discard. They marry a wife, they have an issue, they discard it. Wife goes with nothing. So that's why the law, because when it was saying what the man owns, if you're married to somebody, what you own, what is yours is your wife's as well. So it's not a thing of what the man owns. They should split it 50-50. And if you were working hard enough, you raise more money. Again, so they take they give half of everything to the wife, and everything favors the wife. I think it already just says of the mindset already. And you see, marriage with societal standards, there are different standards for marriages, but you and the partner, the person you want to marry. I had Quincy going on about women wanting to be the most important person in the home. Look, all of these things didn't just spring up from somewhere.
Okay.
So they didn't just spring up from nowhere. There were issues, and there are documented issues today, even in history. Are there people who are taking advantage of that? Yes, and there will always be people, whether male or female, who will always take advantage of everything and anything, whether within the law or outside the law. But I also say that in the same frame, the person you want to look, marriage is not a by force thing. Thank God we're 2025 now. I don't even think men get stereotyped for not getting married anymore. People just say, just have a child. Do you have a child? Yeah, okay. I have a baby mama, is okay. Look at the child, that's fine. Women now are seen more as an accessory, and really once everything, like you said, sex now is a dime a dozen. So you can have sex before, in those days, if you want to marry somebody, you can't have sex with the person until you marry the person. Now you can sleep with as much as 10 women in 30 minutes if you want to. So that's not that's not a big deal anymore. So for men, it's usually women, they always say, when are you going to marry? Bring your husband home. What's happening? I don't think men face as much pressure as women do with that. So I just wanted to speak to that mindset that Quincy had, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the other guy, when they're saying, women want to be the most important people in the home. The reason why that started in the first place was because a lot of women were disrespected even in their own home, treated badly, and then the law had to now protect them from that. So to begin to, and that is the problem I even have already even with the married thing. There's already gender war. There's something. I love what BJ Adams said when he was asking, what do you want in a wife? What VJ wants, what Olamide wants in a wife is different. So, and with that example you were giving about being a chef, look, if a man can cook better and he loves to cook for his family, let him cook. If his wife can cook better, let her cook. And then if they can hire a chef, please let them hire the chef, as long as everybody is well fed. So you see, when he was talking about, there are some roles that men are doing. Every day the world is changing. Sometimes even your partner earns more money than you.
Yeah.
It is not. So I always say, face the partner. You see, when you come like with all women, all men are in a certain way, then you start attacking your partner in a certain way that you will never get to the end of it. And whether we like it or not, for men, the ego will always, for most men, the ego will always stand in the marriage and all of that. So if you have, and the problem also is that, apologies guys, you guys are looking for big breasts, big boobs, big yash. You're not looking for white man. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not looking for. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to say that? Well, I thought it's late.
You already said that.
You're not looking for white material. You're looking for what you can press in, and then you can show up to the boys that that's my babe. So you're not really looking for a wife that can raise you, that can partner with you, raise your children, build a vision with you. So all of those things, you're not even looking for it. So don't even come and be attacking the women. And so the women have already seen that what you like is big breasts, so they will go and pump the breast. What they like is big nails, they're going to vulcanize that to pump it too. Then you're not here and saying, how will you find? You cannot find.
Fumi, thank you. So I want to quickly take social media feedbacks from what we've discussed, and then I'll take just a tip from everyone, and then we'll do the toast of the week. We've got 10 minutes left.
What do you mean by that? We're doing this show till 1 o'clock. What are you telling me? That Fumi just say all the things that you said.
You don't have a chance to talk. You get a chance to give Fumi, but remember the viewers are also extremely important.
No, I'm not great.
Benga says, now Quincy be that. I be my eyes, they pain me. Where have you been, sugar? Somebody called you sugar.
Wait, what?
Man, not bigger. Don't get carried away, bro. Don't get carried away.
Behave yourself.
See? I'm not going to report my blood, bro. So Benga says, I no go report my blood, though. No matter the crime, I beg. Blood is blood. That's one of the first quick fires we took. For me, I guess you followed us on that. As Susan says, Olamide, this story hits home. My brother, when he was younger, locked my brother in the car. We were quite young. Then my brother, according to him, was crying. Oh, this is very lengthy. I can't take everything. But it's still in regards to what we talked about. Would you report your sibling if there's a crime? And Bumi says, see Vijay Adams, so OG before IG. Fine boy, no pimples.
Too fresh.
Okay. Man, still so fresh. Welcome to the Black Table. We hope to see more of you, sir. Okay.
I would like that. Tell him to be available.
This guy sent me his itinerary, even me if And then Benga says 90% of women care. I think it's 90% of men know. Women love with their heart. Men love with their heads. My opinion, Sha. That's from Benga, another Benga. Then Veronica says, can you blame the men? It's the girls I blame now. When you give the man everything marriage gives, live with him, cook for him.
That's what Fumito was saying.
Yeah, him. I can't say that. Well, why will he get married? That's what she's saying basically. Men don't really have sense like that now. No. You can't insult us again. No. Which kind of wanna be this now?
So
squeeze, because
they quite a number. Please understand. There's some women that have been damaged by some very daft men.
Okay.
Please understand.
Yeah.
I heard some gist this week with some like really mature men about what our gender does.
Yeah, and it's really ugly, yeah?
And I am so disappointed. But, like Fumi said, the reason why the law is tilted towards, the law seemingly is tilted towards women,
to protect women,
is because there have been consistent situations of men maltreating women. But what about the other part? Why are we neglecting the other side to this situation? A lot of women do a lot of things to men.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
you see, it's even a shame, bro. It's even worse because it's a shame for a man to come outside and say that my
That's
wife
what I was going to say. I was coming there to say that business, and that is why the statistics would never show the
other side of things.
The other side of the conversation, because men would never speak about it.
Because
exactly.
You see, when you have
society now, but it's men that cost it too,
bro.
Because your fellow man
conversation we are discussing on this, my bro. The conversation we are discussing on this show,
you be dead guy,
bro. For real. The hot topic today was written by a woman.
Oh, really?
No man will sit down and say 90% of men don't want to marry. You're very, very, very jobless.
Okay, let me quickly take the last feedback and then we wrap up with Toast of the Week. The last feedback on social media says, this is from Asalem, and Asalem says, I love that. I love this twist. We women finally have a voice on the Black Table. Yay.
Oh, having a guest.
Yeah.
Bro, you have the view, man. Stick to the view.
There's your view for that.
Sorry, there's your view, man.
Yeah,
stay there.
But we
see, look at the timing of our show.
Yes, it's late night.
Midnight, when everybody don't sleep. Your view, early momo in the morning, every weekday. What else do you women want?
Exactly.
We give you everything. Already, you are king.
That's why we don't want to marry you.
Don't fight for crown that's in your bedroom, bro. Yeah. Bro. Why?
All right, so it's time for us to wrap up the show. I want to say a big thank you to Vijay Adams.
Pleasure.
Lovely to see you. It's been quite a while. And of course,
Quincy Jones.
No, finally. Quincy Jones is
he back or is he just visiting?
I don't know. We'll find out much more later. I mean, it's the prodigal son, the one that went away and returned. Lovely to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
And of course,
good to be here, man. I love the studio,
the
bro.
Tien Gang.
Yeah, back to Agungi.
No, you missed out. The most faithful man in Lagos.
Come on now.
Yes, he is the most faithful man in Lagos. And of course, Fumi, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Fumi. I love you.
Thank you so much.
I think Fumi was a man in another life.
Excuse me. Fumi, are you married?
No.
Okay, have fun now. We could make it work, bro. What are you saying?
Okay, so you know what? Because Fumi is joining us for the very first time, there's something we do called Just the Tip. Fumi, I'm going to be asking you to give just a tip. It's just a tip, so it's nothing major, but just a quick advice on, you know, what we've talked about this evening.
Okay, just a tip, grow up, man. If you want to marry, you have to man up, you have to grow up. And it's not just in your age, in your mindset. In every aspect, not just your pockets, because sometimes we have rich guys that are just absolute babies and your mindset hasn't grown up with them. So you need to grow up and then decide for yourself, not for society, for your mama, your dada, if you want to marry and the kind of partner and the kind of home that you want to build beyond big breasts and big butts. So yeah.
Thank you, Fumi. Thank you very much. And with that being said, we are going to give a toast of the week to Fumi for being the very first lady to join us on the black table. So Fumi,
sorry, are we toasting to what Fumi said, or are we toasting to Fumi's presence?
We're toasting to Fumi's presence.
Okay. Fumi's presence. I toast to you. If it's about the last thing you just said, I withdraw my toast.
All right. So Fumi, thank you for joining us. And at this point, I want to say good night to, you know, the viewers, and good night to you guys. Thank you. Remember, it's still the Black Table every Friday. You can join us next week Friday. Yes, Quincy.
Uncle, what? You saying good night already?
Yeah, I'm saying good night.
They are playing the guys. Pay attention to the babe. They used to tell lies. Pay attention. Catch them early. They marry the right thing. If you know what. Face front, go and walk and make money.
Thank you, Quincy, for that.
Are we still on?
Thank you, Ten Gang. Yes, we're still on.
Oh, goodness.
All right, good night, everyone.
Entertainment means music, electronic dance music, because I love house music, dancing in the bathroom, maybe. Hopping around, dancing in your underwear, listening to music, eating suya, or maybe tozo sometimes. And food and comedy, entertainment.